Indy Show. We'll laugh at the 51st annual bike hike at the Roanoke Rec Center on West Point Street in Roanoke. Sunshine, bicycles, music, and fun. Come on out and join everyone. Dr. Dawn's weather broadcasting live today at Bike Hike.
Sunshine is an understatement. We have it full blown right in the face this morning.
Better, yeah.
Good morning, Robin Hall.
Good morning, Don.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. 38 years of this, and today is the last one.
That's right. Today is my last bike hike as executive director, and as my shirt says, this is not my last bike hike. So that means I'll be here as a volunteer or a participant or whatever they need me to do in the years to come. But as far as planning and organizing, getting this thing on the road, making sure all the bicycles are running and the skint knees have a Band-Aid on them, that's it for me this year. So 38 years that we've been through. Don, yeah, you've been here through most of them. We've had rain, sunshine, heat, stormy weather, just a little bit of everything over the years. So we're very, even though the sun is in our eyes right now, we're very grateful for this beautiful day.
I mean, it stormed last year. I think we've had just about every kind of weather known to man, maybe other than snow. But I do remember a couple of years it was pretty chilly for bike hike warm-up.
That's right. It was. We kept our long pants and our sweatshirts. We came out this morning with sweatshirts on, but some of us have come out of them. So it was cool this morning at 50-something degrees, but that's perfect if you're coming to walk and be active and the kids are coming to play with activities here. That the temperature is perfect.
So the warm-up was last week. Tell us a little bit how things went with the warm-up. I think y'all had a great turnout.
We did. It was one of the better turnouts we've had in the last, of course, last year it was raining, so, there you go. But we had a great turnout. It was sunshiny. It was cool. We had lots of people that the people walked from the Wedowee Hospital. We had about 6 people that walked with Ricky Daniel from Wedowee to the radio station. We had the people that came in, and rode their stationary bicycles. About 150 people came in and did that. Of course, one of the big attractions was the mullet toss again.
Kissing them fish.
Kissing those fish and throwing them. Again, we had teams from the local high schools and also local businesses that came out and did that. And, of course, it was always just a hoot and lots of fun to watch that. The cookout was, I think we sold out for the first time in years. The Sheriff's Department did a hamburger and hot dog cookout. So it was just busy all day long. So it was till about 1:30. It was wonderful. The Roxanne Fire Department did our parking. If we hadn't had that, we'd have been in a mess because they were 3 deep parked in the area. So it was one of the better warm-ups as far as participation that we've had in a long time. So, and I did a lot of hugging that day and a lot of pictures with people that came by to see me and wish me well. Of course, I'll still be here. I'll still be here in Roanoke and still be helping out. So it's not like I'm disappearing to the coast. I think I'll be back and forth for a while, Don, before we do that. But we raised over $61,000 just for warm-up day, and that's the day that a lot of people, the businesses put their money in on that day, the fees that are raised, a little bit of everything that goes into the warm-up day. So what we turned the bike hike into, which used to be the 25-mile route, now it's just because of that storm, what was that thing called when it rained so hard?
Alberto.
Okay.
It was in 94. Let's see. Yeah, was it? I believe it was 94. 93, 94, somewhere in there.
Well, I always say the year that the bridge flooded in Wadley. When the water covered the bridge in Wadley, we came out here and set up, and then we kept saying, yeah, we better call this. So we went back to the center, and we couldn't even leave there for a while because the rain was so hard. So that was a very eventful year, and we couldn't. The next week to reschedule it, the roads were still so bad, we couldn't get out and do a bike hike. So what we did is the street department came in, cleared it enough to get to the high school and back. So that's that 1 mile walk, and we said, this is nice.
I kind of like this.
Yeah. So we kept on with it that way. When you bring your kids out, they're safe. The road is closed for local traffic. You can come out, it's safe from there on. So that's why we do it now. And it's also a celebration for the people that attend the Learning Center. This is kind of it's finally over because Bike Hike's been going on for 2 months.
Yeah.
And so this day is a celebration. It's fun, it's relaxed. You just come out and jump in the jumpy house, come out and get your face painted, ride the train, get free. We got a lot of swag. There's T-Mobile.
Yeah, T-Mobile set up with a lot of swag. Hey, we're transmitting on T-Mobile this morning, as a matter of fact.
That is good. Well, last week at the radio station, we did have several tents, about 7 tents that gave away items, and that was very popular. So we got some of that going on again today. The Kona Icy Truck is very popular with everybody, not just the kids. So after you come in, you register, and you get a little ticket to get the free icy, and you put your name in the bucket for a free drawing for neat prizes going on. So here we are.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're here till 10:30, 11-ish, something like that, I think.
That's right, and you can just come by. We do kind of keep the front area clear, but you can park across the street, come over. We'll have the biscuit truck here in a little while, and we've got people coming in to register, but make sure you do come down and register if you are going to be, or just visiting, just coming in to say hi, because we will give away a lot of good prizes.
Yeah, and I'm giving away NOAA weather radios too, and so I spent hours working on this system, okay? And all you had to do was come by and scan a QR code. And then it automatically goes to a database, and it'll automatically randomly draw and send emails to the winners and all this fancy stuff. Well, guess what I did? I went off and left my QR code laying on the kitchen table. So we went back to old school. We got a pad and a pencil. You write your name down, and we're going to draw later on and give away. We got about 5 or 6. Yes, there you go.
It works real well. It works good.
It does, absolutely. So we're going to be giving away NOAA weather radios, and we want you to come by, and if you have a unique bike hike story that you want to, if you would like to go on with me, that's great too. If not, just tell me the story, and we'll talk about it. I want to hear those stories, because Robin and I could sit here probably and talk all day long about different things that we've seen. I know you could over the years.
You've been there for most of them. We've done everything from radio to television, and then broadcasting live with this new system. And one of the things, we've seen all the technology change through the years, and I have joked with Don the first year they got weather radar at the radio station. I mean, it was very simple radar system, but we were just truly amazed with it. And Don, of course, I think that lit the fire for you for technology, and the radar system that he has now is just totally outstanding.
Back in those days, the radio station was right across the street from the Learning Center, which they just tore it down. I understand.
It's gone. We watched them tear it down, and it was like, oh, even though we've had they've had the news station for years, it was a little bittersweet.
It was an icon. I mean, it was just always there.
There's my sign.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But so we were getting ready for Bike Hike, and Robin, we had just installed. It was a DTN radar. I'll never forget it. And I mean, really, literally, there wasn't but a handful of radio stations across the country that had it, and we did in little old Roanoke, Alabama. And I was over the moon excited about it. And so it started raining, I believe. And it may have been the day before warm up or the day of. I can't remember. But y'all came across the street, and you made a funny. You said, "Don, is it raining?" And I said, well, we were standing outside, and it was raining. I said, hang on a minute, let me run inside and check the radar and see if it's raining. and we joked about that for a long time. So,
kind of like this pan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, we've had a lot of fun. The bike hike, the lawnmower race was one of the big things that stands out in my mind. I think Billy Ralston almost went bankrupt over that one. We used all of his lawnmowers, and there were some issues, but that was a lot of fun. That drew a big crowd too. I mean, the streets of downtown Roanoke were lined up from 431 all the way out to the finish line.
And of course, everybody wanted to participate in that. And the reason we used Billy's lawnmowers was where we couldn't have some souped up. People slide those souped up monsters in at the last minute. But they did have to dress in costume from the local businesses. Of course, that was funny. And I think one of the years that we had, the police department even had a little mobile unit with a siren that they pulled some of the riders over and gave them tickets. And it was just lots of fun. And so we've had everything from tug of wars on the front lawn to the tandem bicycles that rode across the county. That went on for several years. Stanley Yarborough set up top of power pole till he could raise enough one year to bring that down. So we've had a lot of fun, a lot of cut-ups. I remember the early mornings driving to LaGrange, being an hour ahead of us about killed me. But walking up those steps of that TV station you were at, Don, it's like, okay, you got to. It was torture. Yeah. But we had a lot of funny. Hey, we've had a lot of funny live. If you ever find those tapes,
I've got them, and I have looked through some of them. As a matter of fact, I've got. I think I've got it on one of my YouTube channels of Barbara in her Yaller pants, riding a stationary bike there in the studios at TV 33.
I know a couple times Betty Ziegler, the mayor at that time, and Barbara and I would come over and do the morning show. And oh boy, go with Barbara and Betty. That was fun.
That was an adventure in and of itself.
That was lots of fun. And we do want to commend Betty Ziegler all those years. She was truly behind the bike hike. This community, what has brought the bike hike, even today, if it's not that big of a crowd, we've been doing it for 2 months. So we've had people participating in everything. And this community comes out in force to support us. People just bring you money, they bring you checks. Everybody wants a T-shirt or a sign. If you see the signs in Roanoke and Wedowee and Wadley, you know that it says, I support bike hike. Well, that's traditional to get your sign. Here's my sign and here's my T-shirt. And it's fun over the years. I will see bike hike T-shirts all through town. We have people that have their gardening shirt. They have their lawn cutting T-shirt. Then they have their go to town T-shirt that they save. And then they have those shirts that are falling apart. Yeah. So
I've got some of those.
There's a wide variety of bike hike shirts. And then we started a few years ago when people travel to different places, especially different countries, they'll get a picture with their bike hike shirt on and send it back to us. So just all kind of, you name it, we've done it.
Lots of fun over the years, and it's going to continue. You're still going. It's actually going to get fun for you because you still get to enjoy all the bike hike festivities, but you don't have to do anything but show up and have a good time.
That's right, and the staff. We have Beth Bailey is coming on as my replacement, and the staff that I've got on hand has been there for years. They're wonderful. They know the drill. We've got, even though it's a lot of work, we've got the drill down of, okay, we do the schools, we do the beauty pageant, we do the T-shirts, we do the bake sale, all this and then we get ready for warm-up, then we get ready for this. So there's a lot of work that goes into this that's not seen, and most of it is done by volunteers and by the staff at the Randolph County Learning Center. So the thing is, they're kind of like the teachers at the local schools. They're doing bike hike while they're still having to do their regular job. Sure. So it's a hard 3 months, but like I said, today we're always happy when it's over with.
I know you are, Robin, and you're probably going to hit me, but I'm going to say it anyway. All the things over the years that have been such a huge success, and you don't like this, but you've been doing it for 38 years, and I just don't think the Learning Center would be, and the bike hike would be as big a deal had it not been for your involvement over the years. I know you've got I know she cringes when I do that because that's just not something you like. But you have a phenomenal staff that does a lot of work, and they do. But it surrounds your leadership. And your leadership is what's been able to kind of keep it together. I think I referred to you as a bottle of Gorilla Glue one day last week on the weather forecast. But you hold it all together, you keep it all together, and the outcome every year, it's bigger and better every single year. And of course, that funding is instrumental in the door staying open at the Randolph County Learning Center. So. You do deserve some credit for things working as great as they do at the Randolph County Learning Center, and we're going to talk several more times today before it's over with. But before we get very busy, I just want to tell you how much I value our friendship. We've been friends more than anything else for all these years. I moved to Roanoke in 1992, and I think you were one of the very first people that I met.
Yeah, we signed you up right away. He's, you come and, okay, you don't have any choice. Here's Bike Hike, you got to do it. So we started then, right, and I had just been there a couple years when that came. So, and we've done things for Bike Hike that worked, and we kept them. The things that didn't work, we let them go. We said, here, you go. And so we had to do that over the years to keep, just like you and I did the beach party. We were tired of warm-up. It was kind of sluggish. It was kind of slow. And Donna and I said, gosh, we wish we were at the beach. And so we started playing beach music. Then we started doing some beach shirts and the mullet toss. So things to revive it, to make it fun. The first year, I think people came in costume to the warm-up for the beach party. And that was so funny and so much fun. So we had to reinvent a few things, like making this a 1 mile walk instead of 25 miles. The serious bike hike riders bike riders do come out and ride it sometime, but this is just a fun event. Everything that we strive to be a part of this community, our community, and we're out in the community doing activities. With the people that attend the Learning Center, we're out every day in the community, the Randolph County, and we travel too. We're LaGrange, Auburn, Carrollton, wherever we can go, and we find out there's some fun, we're going. So that's one thing. This community supports us year-round, not just at bike hike time, but they come out and do activities with us. They invite us to their place to come eat lunch or come to the school and do a basketball game, or they come and do an Easter egg hunt with us. So we're ever so lucky, and I think it's been those 38 years of growing and doing bike hike, and people have gotten to know us, and now we're part of the community.
Well, again, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your friendship most of all, but thank you for your leadership for 38 years at the Randolph County Learning Center. It's been awesome. And you're going to be right back in here with us again next year. I know you will. And we look forward to that as well. And we'll talk again before today's over with. What time does the actual walk start?
Actual walk starts at 8 o'clock, so it's 7:30 now. Okay. So you might want to come on and register, because the reason you register, you don't have to turn in money, but the reason you register, I think I'm spitting all over this. No, the reason you register is because we get
COVID's gone. It's over with.
Okay, so oh, I don't know. I think I had it this year. I had something bad that. But anyway, register and you qualify to win a prize. And then everybody come back in and get their little ticket for the free Kona Icy, things like that. So come on out and get registered where you kind of beat the rush, because everybody comes at the last minute. So we'll be starting in about 30 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Robin. Thanks for stopping by and chit-chatting with us and talking to us about things today. And, again, we'll get you back in here in just a few minutes, and we'll talk some more. I'm going to have to put my hand up so I can see to turn this here computer off, because we're through talking. The sun's in my eyes, and I can't see. So we're going to do it like this. And there we go. I couldn't find the mouse. We'll be back. We continue broadcasting live at the